Hi, I'm Kendall Trotter. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Las Vegas Real Estate Update. This is part 3 of our series, of our 3-part series on mortgage fraud. And once again, I'm here with Steve Hawks from RE/MAX Platinum. I'm also with RE/MAX Platinum. And Steve, we've been part 2 and part 1. We've been pretty much all gloom and doom, and we've given these good folks a lot to think about. But let's talk about the silver lining on this cloud for a second.
Well, we're in Vegas. There's always a silver lining to every cloud, right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, these banks, someone's taking losses. So anytime someone takes losses, someone's going to be making gains. And the buyers right now that are buying, they're going to get the gains. Like the house we just saw in part 2. Someone paid $700. People that have bought in the last 2 years in there, last year in there, people paid $700. They're still living there. The people buying right now, $350, $360. That's a $300,000 difference in a 2-year period.
They're getting all the house for half the money.
And it's just going to get better. The banks are starting to finally get a clue, and they're starting to reduce the prices. So that's why we've seen a small 30-day boom, I guess you might want to call it. Yeah. People are offering above list price on some properties because they know how low they have gone. And the banks are reducing them below what they should be just because we have a credit crunch. They need the cash. They're not in the business of building houses. They're in the business of lending money. If they have a house on their books, they have to keep an extra, I think it's 3 times what they have on their books. They have to keep 3 times that cash. So if they got a $300,000 house on their books, they got to keep $900,000 cash in the reserves. So
anyone looking to buy, I know from my own personal experience, my phone, I've been getting calls from people from Australia, from Canada, New York, everybody that, we're still growing 6,000 people a month here in Southern Nevada. According to the latest statistics, we have been growing by that much for years. We're still growing. We do have an over-inventory of houses right now. Sooner or later, the forecast is those houses will all get snapped up and they'll be occupied. Correct. And then we'll return to more of a normal real estate market.
Yeah, the builders are barely building, so that's going to
which will help the resales.
Correct. Yeah. The people, the banks need to lend money to people. They don't have any cash because it's tied up in this real estate. They're going to have to start fire selling these properties, and they're starting to do that right now.
Yeah, we've already seen that. I was showing houses this week, and I couldn't believe I showed a house in Henderson. It's a 1-year-old. It sold new for $360. It's a foreclosure now, and they had it on for $250, and it was still brand new, much like the house that our viewers seen in episode 2 of this, but just lower prices.
There's houses in Seven Hills, Green Valley Ranch, Summerlin that we haven't seen these prices since 2003.
Yeah.
So you can buy a house today at 2003 prices.
And you were just talking about one in Southern Highlands, correct?
This one in Southern Highlands, we just got it the other day. It's $349, 2,800 square foot with a casita. The neighbor next door paid $610. The neighbor to the left paid $540. 3 houses down, the people just paid $520 something.
And yours is at $349.
$349 with the casita, 2,800 square foot.
And it's not a short sale or a foreclosure.
Not a short sale, not a foreclosure. Yeah. So that's the mark. That's
the people have the equity. They need to move. They're willing to price it correctly so they can go on and about their business, get on with their life.
Yeah, we just sold another one in Seven Hills, a short sale for $132 a square foot. A year ago, it was over $200 a square foot.
I think I just did one next to Green Valley Ranch. I think it was $107 a square foot.
Right. It's unheard of.
It really is. Those are getting close to 2001 prices.
Correct.
Actually. Yeah. So
there's a lot of upswing now that you can, when the houses, when a 1,500 square foot house is $400,000, there's not a lot of much up left. Well, now if you can get that house for $225,000,
right.
They'll be back to $300,000 like that.
And part of the silver lining is that your normal, everyday, average working guy and gal can go out and afford these houses now, a teacher, a policeman, where in 2004, part of the reason why they were doing all this creative lending, let's call it, aside from the loan fraud, but just, the stated incomes and
the liar loans. How much do you make?
Yeah. But the people couldn't prove that they would qualify for enough to buy just an average everyday house. We're not talking mansions here. We're talking just middle class, middle of the road, everyday home.
Right.
So now what we're seeing is that these people can get into them.
Right.
You know,
teachers can buy nice homes again. They're not pricing everybody out of the market.
Right. Right.
So
there's a lot of people that are going to be left in the dust over all of this. But however, there will be people that's going to benefit from it as well. And that's kind of what I'm seeing in my business right now, and I'm sure you are too. I think that I have to say my phone's been ringing more since New Year's, since since this year, 2008, than I've seen it in a while. And people are starting to realize, hey, that's a good deal. I looked at that house a year and a half ago, and it was completely out of my reach, and now...
Right. Well, the people that were priced out of the market the past 2 years, they're back in the game again.
Yeah.
So the past 30 days, I've had more teachers contact me to buy homes that we can actually get them homes again than the previous 2 years combined.
And we're talking single family, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garages with a lot. We're not saying about condos or anything like that.
Yeah. For example, Seven Hills, 1,600 square foot. We just closed $269.
Great deal.
Yeah, a year ago, they were going for $380, $390.
Oh yeah,
so.
Yeah.
A 2,300 square foot is in escrow right now at $279. 2,300 square foot, 1-story, 3-car garage.
And 1-story.
$279.
Yeah, that's very good prices. Mm-hmm. So there you have it. Part 1, we identified the problem. Part 2, we tried to talk about the effects and the ripple effect of what's happening. And hopefully Part 3 has gave everybody a little hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. People are still buying homes in southern Nevada, actually in droves, but they're just buying them right.
And, they're buying them to make money. And it's money time.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to make money right now, I think. Steve, thanks a lot. This has been great. And stay tuned for the next real estate update.